What it do, truckers? Good morning. 7:22 in the morning. And right now, I gotta deliver a container from Forest Park, Georgia, to close to Virginia Beach. So about a good 8.5 hour drive with the container. And we gotta find somewhere to park. I'm gonna try to get to the Kinley Petro, the I-95 Kinley Petro, because it is something I wanna get out of there. And I have been meaning to find a way to get back to that truck stop. So right now we looking for a trailer with a container to pick up, an empty container at that, to pick up, hit the road. We gotta stop and fuel up, but we're gonna do that in South Carolina. So as far as right now, that's what we're dealing with. So I think I found a container. It's on the other side of the yard, so let's make our way over there to hook up, pull off. All right, I pulled over here to the other side of the yard, but man, these containers are so close together, they almost touching. So I'm gonna see if I can get this one, but this got a little bit more space for me to get to the landing gear and pull out without any issues. So let's just make sure that this is a good, I think this is the one I was just looking at. So I think this is a good one. I did like a minor little pre-trip on it. I'm gonna have to pull it out to swing the doors open to make sure it's empty, which it should be empty. I don't think they could drop me in over here if it's not, but the tires look good. I'm gonna check those, which I'm gonna have to pull it out to do that. So we're gonna go ahead and pre-trip this one. It looks pretty good. I don't see no issues with anything. Lock down. Make sure it ain't rocking, man. One time I was asked to grab one of these. It had a little rock to it, like it was shaking a little bit. It kind of scared me. I don't know what this about. Oh, okay, they just popped right in. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and grab this one. We're gonna pre-trip it and everything, and then we're gonna try to hit the road as soon as possible, man, because by the time we get to the drop yard in Virginia, we're gonna be pushing it to get to a truck stop in time before it fill up. That's why I'm trying to get to the Petro. But the flip side of that is we will be bobtailing, so we shouldn't have no problem with parking for our 10-hour break. So let's go ahead and grab this one and get started. Hopefully ain't no air gonna be coming out of this one. don't really like the way that look. Don't look like it will be. I ain't gonna lie, this just kind of bothered me a little bit. As I am getting ready to, I done pre-tripped this trailer, everything, grabbed it, hooked it up. If I had and I was getting ready to leave the drop yard to head towards Virginia, right? Get on the highway. Just before I left the drop yard, I get a call from my dispatcher saying they need me to drop this trailer. Where's that now? And come pick up another trailer from a location I just left from. I don't be liking stuff like that, bro. Like, the reason why I don't like stuff like that, man, is because when you wake up in the morning and you already got your day planned, because you already know what you're gonna do, you've been assigned this load a whole day before, and then for you to get a phone call or text message stating that they want you to do something completely different than what you had planned, going in a completely different direction with less miles. Yeah, man, it kind of bothers you a little bit. But, you know, it comes with trucking, but at the same time, there's no excuse for the lack of structure. You know, and this is just my opinion when I speak on this. I don't know what happened. I know it's not my fault. I was told that this load is 2 days late, and I don't really like switching loads when they're like that, because something could be wrong with it, and once they put it on me, it's on me. You know what I'm saying? So when it come down to things like that, I don't really like doing it. But, you know, they said it was an emergency. This load was just, you know, a high mile container drop, something super easy, which I feel like the other load is super easy. I was going to Virginia, now I'm going to Memphis, Tennessee. So the whole intro of the video I just made, disregard it. We're gonna keep it, but disregard it. We're going in a whole nother direction. So let's go back to the Kroger, DC, pick up another trailer, and head in another direction. But first, we gotta drop this one. Man, y'all ain't gonna believe this. As I'm leaving to go and do the other assignment they asked me to do, they just called me as I'm leaving the drop yard to go back and complete. After I don't, I can't even get it out. As I'm leaving to go back to grab the load they asked me to recover,
turn right on Southfield Court.
I get another call from another this from a whole other dispatcher saying, right, don't worry about that one.
Then take the first right.
Go ahead and finish up what you was doing. I'm like, listen, I already dropped the trailer and on my way. You know, like they say, oh, this comes with trucking, that comes with that, but that don't make everything right. Just because it comes with trucking, that don't mean that it's not stressful, that it doesn't bother truck drivers. Like, bro, don't nobody want to deal with inconvenient mess that has nothing to do with them. Like, if it does not have nothing to do with me, I don't like to try to solve somebody else's inconvenience. You know what I'm saying? Somebody else's problems, don't try to put it on me. There's already enough going on out here on this road. And thank God I parked this trailer in a location that I could just swoop right back in and grab it with no issues. But I don't care what nobody says. Certain things come with trucking that we have to deal with, but certain things that come with trucking that has nothing to do with us, and other people put their problems on the truck drivers, and they expect us to solve their problems. And that goes with anything that you do. So don't be in here to myself, oh, that goes with trucking. No, that do not goes with trucking. That goes with inconvenient, inconsiderate situations. You know what I'm saying? Certain situation calls for dispatcher to be inconsiderate and inconvenient to truck drivers. And certain situations call truck drivers to be inconsiderate and inconvenient to dispatchers. It goes hand in hand, but does it make it right? No. The reason being, as a truck driver, you want to be as free mentally while you're out here on this road as possible. We don't need nothing cluttering our mental when we out here on this road, because anything can happen to where a car may jump in front of us or something may happen on the road, and our mind is so cluttered with the situation that's going on that we will react slow to whatever's happening on the road. So that's when I say things like that need to be taken care of before the truck driver get out on the road. Now, the fact that I was taking my time and I wasn't rushing kind of saved me from that. You know, not saying something was gonna happen when I was on the road, but it kind of saved me from having a cluttered mind. Now, them switching me 2 times in 2 minutes is kind of like, it's a conversation that need to be had, you know. And I will do my best to have that conversation with them respectfully, but it happens. So, back to our scheduled program. Let's hook up. Let's go. Hey, so look though. I want to know how many of y'all truckers, how many of you truckers, right, really think that everything that we put up with, everything that we deal with comes with trucking? Because it gets to a point where I don't really believe that, bro. I don't believe everything that we deal with, everything we put up with comes with trucking. I believe some of it is selfish, inconsiderate behavior from others, whether it's four-wheelers out on the road, whether it's your dispatch, it could be your family members, you know what I'm saying? They may not understand the trucking lifestyle and the grind that you have to do to make a better life for them and y'all living arrangements. So I don't think all of it comes with trucking. I think some of it is just selfishness from others. So I always feel like, can't nobody always just come to me and be like, oh man, you complaining about something that comes with trucking. Like, no. I'm complaining about something that's not right. Just because it's part of trucking doesn't mean it doesn't need to change. Certain things that truck drivers go through and certain things that are part of trucking needs to change. That's what I feel. So, when we dealing with certain things, or when you dealing with it, or whoever dealing with certain things, and somebody say, oh man, stop complaining, it's all part of trucking. I don't really think you should believe that. You know what I'm saying? I don't. Certain things do come with trucking, certain things that just, I don't be want to hear all that. This come with the trucking lifestyle. I don't want to hear that no more. It don't feel right. You know, we got to do something about it as truckers. You can't just allow it and just throw it out there. Then it just comes with the job. Like, no, everything must and will change. So I'm all for the change. All right, y'all, so I got done fueling up. So right now, I gotta take me a 30-minute break to get my 3 hours back so I can finish up the drive. Been on break for 11 minutes now, so I'm about to run in here, use the bathroom, get me something to eat, and wait for we got another 20 minutes, 19 minutes before we can jump back on the road. So about to see how fast Denny's can get me some burger and fries. I know it's gonna take them a little minute, but we gonna see if we can see if we can at least get them to do it within 15 minutes. So it give us enough time to eat at least the fries. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, boy, this is a ugly turn that I gotta make. A real ugly turn. I gotta go all in these folks.
Upcoming violation 8-hour rest limit.
I gotta go all in these folks' yard and all these crazy jump, man, to get all the way back here. I just be wanna know who decided to put a drop yard back here for these trailers. Cause man, this is kind of crazy. Definitely not a hard spot to park at, but what would make somebody even think to put one back here? I gotta hurry up. I ain't got that much time left to find somewhere to park so I can shut down for the day. I'm just finna park this back here the best way I know how. And throw this back here the best way I know how. Keep it pushing. I'm gonna keep back right there. I ain't even go back no further than that. As y'all can see, that's where we dropping off at. Ain't gonna take us long. Gonna drop this, try to hurry up. Find somewhere to park, cause I don't think it's a spot for me to do my 10 at. Not over here. I gotta go somewhere where there's some light at. Some street lights or something. Where I can see people and people can see me. I can't be back here in no, no wooded area. So it's definitely not about to happen. So let's go ahead and unhook and get to it. Man, I can't even lie to y'all. This trip took way longer than expected. Way longer than expected. This supposed to be somewhat of a 8-hour, maybe 8.5-hour drive. Man, I'm down to my last hour. So it took me 10 hours to drop the trailer. Now, I know that probably came from, you know, when I forgot to go on duty, when they kept calling me, switching up everything, right? And that was taking time. You know what I'm saying? Because when I picked up the trailer, you know, I had to pick up the trailer, hook the trailer, do all of that. Then when they told me to drop the trailer and come back to the yard to grab another one, I forgot that, you know, I'd be so distraught. I forgot to go back on duty.
1/4 mile, turn right on East Washington
I forgot to go back. I forgot to go back on duty to stop my clock. So time was just ticking. Then for whatever reason, every single weigh station had everybody pulling in. So that's taking time, you know. So this was just a real interesting,
Turn
like,
left at the traffic light.
and then this turn right here doesn't seem like it's for drivers, for truckers. But it took a lot of unnecessary time off my clock to where an 8-hour drive ended up being a 10-hour drive. Now, like I said, I'm under an hour, and I gotta go try to find somewhere to find some safe parking, cause I'm not finna, where they got them trailers at back down that back road, man, nope, not for me. It gets dark, ain't no light out there, you can't see nothing. It's behind houses and all this other, nah, man. I gotta go where there's some light. People can see me, I can see them. I ain't finna be nowhere where if I hear noise or something,
Turn right on
I gotta crank up the headlights and jump out with my flashlight. I ain't doing none of that. So we about to go probably like 9-10 miles away. I saw a couple of gas stations that look like, you know, cause I'm bobtailing. I saw a couple of gas stations that I probably can do the 10-hour break at. I saw a pilot up here. It's not your ordinary pilot, but for bobtailing, it looked like I could find somewhere to park. You know what I'm saying? So I'm finna try to hit that up first, or if I find something before I get to that location. This has been a very interesting trip. The location is like, I don't know, man. The location is weird, like real weird. So we about to go find somewhere to park, man, and chill for the rest of the night. So we here at our rest spot where we're gonna do our 10-hour break. We out here by this main road in Virginia at this, it's like a shell / pilot. So it's not a complete pilot. But let me show y'all what the parking area look like. It's a dirt road. We right behind like a Ace Hardware DC over there. And all this down there, shout out to the Sunset. This dirt road is where everybody parking at, but it's a regular Shell gas station collab with a Pilot for diesel. And you know, if I wasn't bobtailing, if I wasn't bobtailing, it would have been real hard for me to park here. So shout out to the trucking guards for that, because I wouldn't have had nowhere to park. I wouldn't have had no more time to get to the nearest truck stop with plenty of parking space for tractor and trailer. So shout out to the trucking guards for looking out for me on that one. So it's a nice little spot, man. I'm probably finna sit out here on this grass and just get some of this fresh air for a second, instead of just sitting in the truck all night. And then just enjoy the small little scenery that I do have. It ain't the best, but it's a little different than what I'm used to than all the other truck stops. So I'm about to chill for a second. Probably walk in the store, get something cold to drink, get something to eat before I call it a night. And we'll kick this back up tomorrow morning around 6:30 a.m. Good morning, truckers. 6:25 in the morning. Just got done doing my pre-trip. About to go in here, wash up, give me something cold to drink. I already got something to snack on. Really don't need nothing to snack on. We got a good 8.5 hour drive back, bobtailing. Not too much to say, but let's go ahead and wash up and get our day started. All right, trucker, that's it. We finally made it back. Man, we were stuck in traffic for about an hour and a half, man. The clock got down to 25 minutes, man. I made it back with 25 minutes left on my 11-hour clock, which is crazy. The drive only supposed to be an 8.5 hour drive. An accident happened. I was able to move around the accident, but everybody was going in the same direction, man, which caused even more traffic. So we ended up driving for 10 and a half hours, making it back with 25 minutes left on the clock. But you know, thank God we made it back safe and sound. If you out there on that road, stay safe, stay prayed up. And if you made it this far in the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all on the next one, man. I'm out.